Dragon fruit are really easy to grow once you know the specific requirements they have and that they are unlike any other cactus. If you love dragon fruit or just love growing strange, unique looking plants, then stick around. I'm going to show you how. If you find this video useful or you learned something, please consider subscribing and hit the bell icon for updates when we upload new videos. And give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, type them into the comments below. I do try to get back to all of you. First off, this video is about planting a dragon fruit plant, not about pollinating a dragon fruit flower. So if that's what you're looking for, I'm going to put a link right up here to another video that shows you how to do just that. So dragon fruit, or pitaya, actually grow naturally in Central and South American jungles, and they're grown commercially in tropical and subtropical climates. If you live in zones 10 or 11, you're going to be able to grow these fruits pretty successfully without a lot of care. If you live in 9A or 9B, you will have to watch out and protect them from any kind of winter frost. If you live in zones below that, going to have to use a greenhouse. Now, wait a minute. I thought cactuses grew in the desert. Most do, but this one actually comes from the jungle. And it actually roots two different ways. Number one, just like any other plant, it's got a shallow root system. The second way, though, is it actually has epiphytic roots like an orchid. So it can actually attach its roots to the trunk of a jungle tree and grow up toward the sun. I have a few here, but this is definitely not a humid climate, so it does depend solely on the roots in the ground. Speaking of which, it loves water, but it hates soggy soil. I've had these two plants for 2 years now, and in those 2 years, I've gotten one bloom per year. I was afraid to water it too much, you know, and you look at it and your mind says cactus, and so you don't want to overwater it because cactuses hate water. But again, once I took my own advice, I actually decided to come out here because I was ready to rip it out. I mean, 2 flowers in a year. One of them I wasn't even able to pollinate, but we'll get to that later. So I was going to take the plant out, but I thought, you know, let me just give it a good soaking. So I put the hose out there on low for quite a while and really drenched the ground underneath. Within less than a week, the 3 blooms that you see here popped out all on the same day, just within a week of that watering. So it goes to show you they really do love water. So how do we propagate this? Well, with a cutting. I have access to a few fresh cuttings right here. So I'm going to go ahead and snip this off. And you can actually get yours by mail. Spring and summer are a great time, generally anywhere, to take a cutting of the dragon fruit, or pretty much anything. In warm climates like this one, we can also do it in fall. So I'm not too late, but put this on your calendar if you want to order some of these for next spring. Again, these plants like moisture but don't want soggy feet. So we're actually going to plant them up above ground level by putting them in a gallon-sized pot. You want to have a pot with light organic compost with quite a bit of perlite mixed in for drainage. And we're going to bury the pot halfway to 3/4 into the ground. And then we're going to put the cutting in, fill it up with more compost all the way to the top. These 2 cuttings right here were what I received from eBay 2 years ago. By the end of that first season, they had reached the top of this structure. I found the design for this structure online, and because I don't live in a humid climate and we don't get too many of the epiphytic roots to hold itself and climb up the structure, I just use strips of nylon, pantyhose, whatever you got. Keep it well watered and you're going to have the coolest fruit and the coolest flowers you've ever seen. Again, I'm going to put a link at the top for pollinating. So if you've already got one of these plants coming along, click that link. It'll show you exactly what to do when the dragon fruit flower blooms. There's actually a couple of specific tips that you're going to need to know to catch that flower at the right time and get it pollinated successfully. And you might need an alarm clock to do it. Thanks guys for watching. Remember to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hit that bell icon so you can get updates for future videos. See you next time.